I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand? You, this is Boo. And Boo, meet you.
And things down there.
Beyond that gate is the upper city, housing the great and the good of Baldur's Gate.
You yearn for a better class of company, Astarion?
Very well.
Oi! Stop a moment.
Fine. Come in then. You might as well meet the family.
A Larathan residence.
What now? Easy.
No one back home will ever believe this.
I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter.
Calms me down.
Oh, Maller's Mark, here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home. She always brings the smartest people home, too.
Enough, Ryan. I taught you better manners than that.
No, you didn't.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7.
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult. Which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed? Oh, the one stern parent is quite enough, thank you very much.
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old!
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots. No arguing.
And
Minsk?
we're working on it.
You'll get him back. I owe him a... So, this...
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying...
Really? Like what? Jaheira's never had much trust in the gods. Wonder why? If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your... Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you... So, lovely.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are double...
All right, then.
That's my girl.
Three have been just guzzling the water recently. I take no responsibility for your plants.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this...
I tended to it. I just let it...
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy.
I watched what you did instead of... This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than... well, mother dear.
Ha! You see? This one is well trained.
Oh, save your fangs for someone who... I've only ever seen her truly angry one. We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really?
Nature's law in action.
You haven't been poking around the top shelves again, have you, Jessen?
Of course not. Her diaries are off limits.
And written in code, too, I'm afraid.
I know.
What's
It's not a
inside?
very good code.
That's curious.
Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like, Felicia. Bad soil? Don't tell Mother.
Better not be cursed.
What's that?
Oh, come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
Gentlemen, I am quite certain that the upon is light and spirit.
How can you tell?
Good, strong roots.
Someone there?
Well, what are we reading now?
A crooked touch.
More Londo?
For how long?
No, I'm looking for anything about this.
Worry about the
I
next
will
one
not
when it
bother.
comes.
Unknowable.
One step at a time.
Just another cult. And cults are common as muck.
Need to find a way forward.
Look around you.
So saith the wise Jessen.
Well, some spirits. The only moment you're living in is this one.
You three have been just guzzling the water.
This should be a home with a lovely.
Look around you. It's peaceful.
Let's see what this does.
Peaceful for the moment. Am well equipped to protect us.
Bad soil? Don't tell Mother.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't.
Jaheira! I didn't want
Who said?
Jord and Ryan.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just had a few adventures. Like, never planning on letting that go, are you? No, cub. He does not mean me. Now, cub. Solitude is a wonder.
Wait. Here. I was...
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little...
No.
Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
Tides. Unfortunate demise awaits this.
You three have been just guzzling the water recently. Save some for the others, all right? Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like, species. Bad soil? Don't tell Mother.
Pay no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
A glowing orb, but its purpose is unclear.
Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh?
A glowing orb, but its purpose is unclear. A glowing orb, but its purpose is unclear.
The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I'm training new ones.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a...
I bring word of gnomes.
There's been killings in a holy place.
Anything of use?
Traps. How considerate.
keen eye. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me. Not a wild shape I have mastered. Just yet. On my word, all you will find inside is dust. But, do as you will.
Oh, for a skeleton key.
Still alive, so that's progress. On my way.
Rite of the Timeless Body. What's that about? I'd best ask you here.
Yes? The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it is... If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner... It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up, if you wish. It is a ritual. It is not something you need concern. Gall and a gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Always nice to be wanted.
All right, what now?
Yes?
Keep a blade close.
No one's stopped me yet.
What do you think happened to the others anyway? Should have at least locked the place up properly before
I'm sorry to ask again, but my family's stuff. Oh, you're not even very far in yet.
Coin maiden gold, you co-
If you need help, sire, just...
I don't suppose you really have much use for gold, do you, Astarion?
You need to get wise, young.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass?
Weak line. Thickers. If you cannot get the coin you need here, try...
If you're one of Barrack's friends,
Busy.
Can't talk. Last.
Lady ahead of me is like to blow her top.
If you're wise, you'll with.
Mate.
Back of the line.
If not over, then through.
With a half elf, yeah. New client, maybe? Either way, Glitterbeard was fit to fill his trousers.
Just as well as going.
Wouldn't loiter too long here, sir.
Some bugbears have all. They might be as strong as a bugbear. Slower than usual today.
An alarm. Anything to pass the bloody time.
Don't want to draw any attention. Better be cautious. Never wanted the easy path.
Your shift be over soon. I'm really strong.
You know what we ought to do?
Softer than a whisper.
We ought to have
I just want a little look. Wonder if the gods are watching me. What's up for discussion?
Why the hells are they so...
I heard about Stelmane.
Down there, head banker.
Sorry, sir, but these people...
Welcome to the counting house. I'm head clerk Mead, honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you?
You seem a little nervous, Sir Meat Honey. Had some difficult customers today? One in particular calling himself the Stone Lord, perhaps.
The who? The what? All right, fine. The head banker may have just taken a customer by that name down to the vaults. Rather large, rather heavily armed, which is against regulations. But I'm sure the head banker knows what he is doing.
I assure you, he does not. You are right to be nervous. But let us pass, and all will be well.
Well, who is this Stone Lord to you? A lord in truth. Forgive me, he did not seem the type. Or, I mean to say, he was most down to earth.
Earthy. About describes him, yes.
It's most unusual, but that explains why the head banker is dispensed with normal procedure. I suppose I can let you pass then. Very well. Show the guards this temporary vault pass, and should my superior ask, keep my name out of it.
Someone Captain needs to see your pass.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass? Aye. Glitterbeard brought some giant down just now. He had eyes as dark as winter's crack and twice as cold. He also had a vault pass. Right. Descend and know. Upon entering the vaults, you forego the protection of city and church law alike. Which is to say, keep to your own vault and you'll be fine. What's wrong with you now?
Shoulder. Glitterbeard kept checking this one.
Can't risk being in open view.
Shifting around. I'm not.
Or maybe he did.
I'm just keeping an eye on Glitterbeard's office. I do not feel like a bird. Army. Why not?
Keep your distance, darling.
Quietly. You have the natural elegance of a
You need to
dancer.
get wild. Oh, pretty alone, doesn't it? Immenso Berens. Keeping me waiting like this is a capital offense.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever. Wish I had a bag of holding.
Mark the notice in the barracks, the anti-magic Portuguese banjacks.
Yeah, I heard. Word is the Gondian Guild is down tools and gone walkabouts.
Strike you up in the place it gets.
I would smite them all. If I didn't need this letter of credit. You're guilty too, aren't you? What makes you say that? Guarding Glitterbeard's door, no matter who's in with you. Definitely guilds. And me. No. I'd probably just break your jaw for asking. I do not feel like a bad friend.
With ease.
Was in a mood just now.
A mood. Mate, he was nervous. Maybe. Either way,
Out of
Glitterbeard
sight,
was fit
out
to
of
fit
mind.
his trousers.
At the ready.
Carol.
Go out with a splash by the doctor, right?
Just out of view.
How did you end up as a counting house cashier?
Swift as my feet can carry me.
What do you
I
mean?
might be as strong as a bugbear.
Just need to see your vault pass, please. No idea. Our posters out here for security, I expect.
Something's on my mind.
Talk to the other one. He's the rank.
Just need to see your vault pass, please. Looks in order. Bless.
You ever seen anyone actually raid this?
Time to press ahead.
None of us have. What? It's never been robbed.
Mind your manners down here, sir.
All right, time to skulk about.
Days like
Let's
this,
get in.
it's the merchant train.
These boots have seen everything.
A table somewhere. Not one.
I'm way too big.
Mark the notice in the barracks, by the way. The anti-magic Portuguese banjacks. My name's Hundley.
Almost got my name right today.
Never mind, Glitterbeard. It's me doing it.
I don't need to worry.
Maybe I will.
Shake hands and smile, but it's me
waste the step.
Awake.
Don't join the cash guard.
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
I'll probably just break your jaw for asking.
Free for the taking.
Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens.
What path lies before me? These boots have seen everything.
Put in a late one tonight.
What?
Something else.
Either way, it'll be a good stick to fill his trousers.
Right?
I wouldn't have to come down here if they hadn't shown any special deposits.
Huh, I'll give it a shot.
Please refrain from entering until a staff member has opened the way for you.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Don't touch me. Subtle steps. Someone doesn't like visitors. Simple.
Please wait here. A staff member will retrieve your items.
In Venice,
Let's see here.
Let's move. Moving ahead.
Trust no one. Should be easy.
Let's get going. How much farther can I go?
For current door codes, please refer to the head banker's office. Highest security clearance only.
Awake.
On the hunt. Very Very well, then.
Your guild too.
Let's go.
What makes you say that?
You're always guarding the door, no matter who's on the guild. Not that you'd tell me.
No.
Something over there.
That thing is tiny, and I am not.
Like nine fingers, ribbons, Carol killed.
That's curious.
Stop shifting around.
I'm not. I'm just keeping an eye on Glitterbeard's office.
You're scoping Glitterbeard's office.
Well, why not? Word is he has guild connections. That means guild gold. Nothing he can report stolen.
You need to get wise, young man. Leave me alone.
Nice and easy. What's in here?
You're always guarding Glitterbeard's door, no matter who's on with you. You're definitely guild. Not that you'd tell me.
No. I'd probably just break your jaw for asking.
Word is the Gondian Guild is down tools and down walk.
Current door codes, please refer to the head banker's office. Highest security clearance only.
still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. That little mouthful will barely slow it down.
But the stories...
Stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you. Elminster the Archmage, Drist the Drow Exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse. A soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Morrigan's cracked clay.
There is no gold in here! If there is one thing Minsk hates more than beasts with bad breath, it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Meet Minsk. He still seems very much himself to me.
Minsk? The very man Jaheira is after.
You...
Stone Lord. Ha! Better to call yourself Stonehead.
Your false face does not fool my eyes. I will cut until you look like the monster you truly are.
Somehow, you are making even less sense than usual. Perhaps I can explain. The Stone Lord sees through your lies, shapeshifter. Count yourself lucky he cannot stay. Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold, and the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
Slarning shape-changers! Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting.
On the way.
Time for a boost.
Still on my feet.
Lump of a lecherous lich.
The straight path.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Yes, here.
quickly.
No choice but to keep going.
Step quick.
I go hunting.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Mum used to tell me about minstrel wrestling. Now I've got a story.
Just breathe. Switch bloody jobs.
One day I'll catch a break.
A better position. They won't know what bit them.
interest to this year.
Hells, if I'd have known there was that much coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
Something good here, I hope.
Bloody better not be my wages.
That old elf took 2 guards by us. He wasn't even scratched.
Concentrate.
What now?
Maybe need a bit more to crack strong.
I would have robbed the place myself.
Best drama working in a bloody festival.
Ledgers are never
Cursed to put my hands on everything. Let's have a look. With haste.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
I want to have a word.
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody owlbear. Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you? Gratitude of the gold variety, I suppose you mean. Good luck with that. The Stone Lord just cleared our vaults. And now he has enough gold to make himself a lord in truth.
You saw what he did to that mimic, eh? Would you take him head on if you thought you could just play along instead? Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup.
As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it?
try all of it? Every penny of civilian lodgings, anyway. I mean, not like we'd lead him into the private vaults, but still. A lot of Baldurians waking up poor tomorrow.
What he can do with that kind of coin doesn't bear thinking about. Compassion for your fellow folk? Or maybe just good sense? That much money only paints a target on your back. In our hands, it keeps the city ticking over. Stock in merchant stalls, food in hungry bellies. Retrieve the coin, and I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater than gold.
Feel free to poke around this place if it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend.
Coming out of my wages.
Wait a minute, though. I could shift next.
Still.
First time the vault's been breached.
Guards by herself. She wasn't even scratched.
Well, hello. Time for discretion.
Well, my prayers weren't much bloody use.
Just breathe. Breathe. And switch bloody jobs.
Mum used to tell me about Minsk.
Stay low.
Picking mimic teeth out of my clothes. for a
Christ.
time.
If I'd have known there was that much coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
Maybe need less drama working in the bloody festival.
Very, very quiet.
Bloody better not be coming out of my wages.
Shall we? With pleasure.
These ledgers are never going to balance.
Tell me about Minsk or Rattlin. Now I've got a story for her.
I'll just help myself.
Well, my prayers weren't much bloody use.
Just breathe. Breathe. And switch.
All's
Going
well
back
that
here, I'd
ends.
have robbed the place.
Not as bad as it could have.
Careful, I'm behind.
Picking mimic teeth out of my clothes for a 10-day.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. What to do? Moving in.
These footprints started in the sewers.
How delicious. Let's crack it open. Watch your back. Moving. What's in here?
What do you think you're...
Better not be coming out of my wages.
What bloody difference does it make?
There is work to do.
Hardly a challenge.
Breathe. Breathe. And switch bloody jobs.
Bloody use.
Nina still needs a cracked skull.
A long way to go still.
I've got a long road ahead.
Don't mind if I do. Should be easy.
Picking mimic teeth out of my clothes for a 10-day.
Bloody better not be coming out of my wages.
She wasn't even scratched.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
All the coin seems to be there, if a little blood-stained. You lot are enthusiastic about your lord's work.
Our Lady. We serve only the absolute.
Oh, silly me. We Zentarim are so long past our own godly roots, I'm afraid I forget the half of them. But you, I know. When did you start worshipping gods? Did they give your wee rodent a worm friend too?
Rodent?
Enough! You will show the Stone Lord proper respect, and you will return to the Guildhall and do as we have paid you to.
Of course. I only thought...
Wait. Flop all you wish, little fish. But Minsk has caught you.
On that note, good luck. The job will be done by the time you get to the Guildhall.
Let's find some prey.
Jaheira! You have an evil, much uglier twin sister. Minsk does not like this.
Do not kill him! Find another way! Please!
Let's make this quick. Got to focus.
For the fallen.
Onward.
Well, so much for peace.
What must be done? Your choice, not mine.
Can't even catch my breath.
Against the darkness swarming his senses, a single light glows. Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Killed her.
He won't stay down for long. Tell your Lilith to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
No. This one will not aid our cause. Get rid of him. Don't be foolish. He is too unpredictable. He will only be a hindrance to us. No, I will not be coerced into protecting him. You do not see what I do. His thoughts, his mind, pure chaos.
The mind flare pours poison in your ear, I think. Tell it I will tear the prism from your grasp and throw it into the deepest lava pit I can find. Long after our bones are dust and ash, the walls of its prison will still be burning. Now help my friend!
She bluffs. Surely she would not risk the fate of all for one simple life. Fine. Have it your way.
His mind unfolds beneath yours. A still lake pulls you down into its depths. Images flash by, battles fought, and friends fallen. His rage grows colder, burrows deeper, as a familiar face crystallizes before you.
Jaheira, you killed her!
You are being dramatic.
The instant's hesitation is enough. With a sensation of terrible rending, something vast and nameless falls away from his mind.
There. It is done.
Jaheira? I do not understand.
Good. That means you're back to your old ways. We have a lot to discuss. But first, you have someone to thank.
In the sudden silence, your minds merge once more. More memories, sensations, but passing too quickly for you to track. In the same breath, you share everything that happened to you. The Nautiloid, the Absolute, the chosen of the dead three.
You saved Minsk. While he danced like a Mind Flayer's meat puppet. Why? Whatever your reasons, it is more than Minsk alone that you have saved. He is... Where is he?
Swift as my feet can carry me.
A mailed fist in the Firecam armor style.
My friend, from our brief sharing of skulls, I know you have faced many strange beings, but none like this. Whatever happens, show no fear and stay your hand. Trust in Minsk. Such a hurry to our final moments. May I face death as bravely as you do. Wait! You gaze into Minsk's soul and see his foul crimes. You smell the stench of evil upon him, pointy claws primed, ready to scratch out his eyes. I am sorry, my friend. I am at the mercy of your faultless justice. Now, if you must burrow through my blackened heart, I am ready. No? You are certain? Oh, such boundless compassion. You are all heart. And whiskers. And cute little nose. You are right, of course. There is still much evil for Boo and Mince to stamp out. But we need not fight it alone. I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand? You, this is Boo. And Boo, meet you? No, it is a hamster. A miniature giant space hamster. Fear not, you will learn the difference in time. Those villains locked Boo away, lest his righteous gaze cause their tadpole to flee in terror. Now we are together again. All will be exactly as... Boo, why do you use such language? Once more, my hamster proves himself my greater half, and makes the path clear when my mind is fuzzier than his tiny bottom. He says we will join with you, and cleanse Baldur's Gate of evil. Together! You have a great many companions already. There is no room for little Boo, or slightly larger Minsk. Boo and I are most adept in the doing of things, but as you wish. To camp then! For his heroics here today, Boo has earned the most vigorous of back scratchings.
Cracked wooden mask with female features in the Rashemi style. A humble turnip, preserved by drying. A worn but still capable warhammer, sized for a halfling. A wood carving of a pair of wings, like an eagle's, but longer somehow.
Let's have a look.
Wits and blades always.
I hope you've come to make a lodgment. A city-sized one? Ha! Oh, you're serious?
Maybe you don't have a head for accounting, but that's not quite how numbers work. I'm trying to hire you, and you're extorting me. With a dash of violence on top. Might be you have a future in the guild. Fine. I'll pull in some debts with other guild kingpins. I can cover maybe half of what's lost. But I need something back. Understand? And not even a whisker light. God, you're a boring bastard. Me too, I suppose, because I'm not even tempted to scam you. Take this vault key. You'll find something by way of thanks inside.
How delicious.
Maybe Nina
If
still
I'd have
needs
known
a
there was that
crack
much
skull.
coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
Good.
Rather worth being in a bloody festival.
On the hunt. A very paint trouble. A quick profit.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Hold it there! Bad time to come a-visiting, my friend. This is interim territory now. Just as soon as we've purged it of guild rats. Nothing personal.
Sounds like fun. Just like old times.
I go hunting.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Quickly.
What should I do?
shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Outmaneuver them.
That's enough gawking all. Back to work. There's a mess needs cleaning up here.
No traps, please. At the ready. What's inside?
Suppose I should have seen that coming. Zentarim aren't known for their loyalty, but I thought the bastards would keep to their contract at least. I'm too nice for my own good, I suppose. But I was in a pit, and you helped pull me out. For that, I'm grateful. You'll have what guild blades I can give when the time to take the Absolute comes. So, just tell me what you need to get us there. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. We've crossed paths over the years. Oh, can't stand Harpers as a rule.
You mean that as a compliment? I am sure.
The same way I'm not just the lowly thief, vagabond, and murderer the Watch and Peers would paint me. Ha! Orange, when the Absolute's army arrives to wage the guild, but it's not. If we take a little tribute in return or tie strings of service to those clean water, right now I'll settle for taking our city back. You have done plenty. Do any more, and the guild might have to take a special interest in you. Understood? Great. I think you might have made a terrible, terrible mistake. Huh? Chasing rumor halfway around the city and back. All for a madman and his or... It was no mean feat to make nice with the sourest puss in the city, but... The Absolute threatens thousands, the entire coast. And still your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not, your fight is our fight, huh? Both of us. To the very... I think you will find that Boo is the added bonus. Minsk is just here to carry him into battle. But you are right to focus on the fight. Yes, it was. If you need confirmation of my gratitude, only look. Here I stand, awaiting orders. So, lead the way. We're yours to command.
My friend, now we have settled the matter of the guild. I fear there is something I must tell you. You and Boo both. It may shock you both to know, but Minsk and this Stone Lord, they are one man. The same one man. And that same one man is Minsk. Please, my friend, your noble tears will not make the confessing any easier. I wish to believe the Stone Lord's evil was the worm alone, attainting my thoughts with foul dung. But I see now, the dung was within Minsk all along. So I wonder, if Minsk can be a villain, and Nine Fingers a hero, must it be so with all creatures? Is there good and evil within us all? Boo calls this nonsense. Less thinking of bad thoughts, says he, and more breaking of bad bones. But still, I would hear what you have to say on the matter, my friend. Of course. Of course! One look into his beady little eyes should be enough to tell Minsk there is pure and untainted goodness in this world. Oh, thank you, my friend. As ever, I shall do only what my heart and hamster tell me to. Kill the villains! Kill them all! Break them beneath my boots, no matter how they squeal for mercy. Ah, I feel better. Minsk is ready to go and do some butt-kicking. Well, the mind of Minsk is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsk you have seen to cause you such wonder. My pants. Thrice laced, in the Rashomar style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting breeches too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsk. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots. Ha! So thought my first teacher in the berserker arts. I gulped air like a greedy ox, so she sent me pulling her cart until I learned better. Eventually, Minsk got so mad, he threw her corpse down the mountainside. My first berserker rage. A fine teacher. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no? True thoughts? Meaning there are untrue thoughts? As if someone would think one thing, but say another? I do not understand.
Your minds weave into one. What you seek laid instantly bare. His single innermost thought at the very center of his mind.
I still do not understand. No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsk cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo. Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends? Then you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them. Unless I die, or you die, or you do anything at all to upset Boo. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through? Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough? Can you not? Do you not see his noble bearing? The deep wells of wisdom that are his eyes? Boo speaks of much. Perhaps one day, you will be ready to listen. Boo has a way with words that we lack. All that space in the cheeks, I am thinking. There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle. The way you tell the tale, it sounds almost silly. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers. How dare you? Minsk pretends at nothing, half the way or otherwise. There is more than a little to know, I think. I am huge. Ah, you come in search of stories. It is not yet time to tuck Boo in for the night, but very well. After our adventurings with the Ballspawn, Boo had had his fill of godly flesh. So, we returned to Baldur's Gate for a time. After all, in every city there is a sweaty underbelly, crying out for a virtuous scrubbing. None better to wield a brush than Minsk and Boo. Perhaps we rubbed some villain's rump a little too raw. This Minsk does not know. One moment we stood in the city slums, the next, ambush! Then Minsk and Boo walk on the wide, with stone dust in sensitive places. Aha! Perhaps this is the reason, Boo. It is not because of the legendary thickness of my skull. The mind of Minsk was occupied with important matters. I was browsing a slum vendor's stall, looking for Boo's favorite nuts. And then, I was stolen. For Minsk, those years passed as quick as a hiccup. It was long ago, then... It is now. I do not like these metal men on the streets, or the villains who hide behind them. But the new world is not so different to the old one. The city still clings to the hill. The sea still stretches on forever. And the stench of evil still makes Boo wish for a tiny peg on his nose. As long as that stench remains, no matter how old or young the world is, Minsk and Boo will not rest. Well, Boo, clear enough? Ah, you speak of Minsk's misshapen skull. It is true. I once suffered a most heroic head wound. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle. Real? Boo, I think our friend has suffered a head wound of his own. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nether. Fine lodge. In Baldur's Gate, they are likely to... Now, what do you need of Minsk? Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Countless tales are told of Boo and Minsk. Many of them are so outlandish that even I do not know if they are true. Did Minsk bravely fend off the seductive wiles of a succubus in the cloisters of Candlekeep? Maybe. Did he take a bath in the river Styx and temporarily forget himself? I do not remember. Did he travel with a spawn of the god of murder, who warred against his evil brethren and battled triumphantly at the throne of Baal itself? Of course! It was a splendid adventure. The bards sing of fallen gods and mighty battles, but that is a small part of any saga. They do not sing of the times in between, when Saravak's butt had been kicked so hard that we thought he would never return. We settled in Baldur's Gate for a while. Gorian's Ward, Imoen, Jaheira, Minsk, Boo, and Dinah here. My witch. She hated the city at first. Too busy, she said. Too noisy. Too many people. She complained of the smell. Although she complained of Boo's smell too, and he smells of fresh honey cakes, so Minsk believes her nose was confused. Then, one day, we walked past a shop full of wonders. Tiny magics fizzed in the air, and wizards from every corner of the world bickered and bartered. Sorcery sundries. Dinah here fell in love. Dragged poor Minsk there every day, and made him stand watch while she browsed the shelves. Minsk frowned and complained. He felt more like a babysitter than a berserker. But how Dinah here smiled. Not long after, Minsk and Boo were captured, and Zaheira was dead. I would gladly be a babysitter again to see her smile. That is what I remember. More than any battles against Baal and his spawn. Yes, Boo. I know you miss her too. Boo says the tadpole thrives on her misery. To think dark thoughts is only to feed the darkness. It pleases Minsk more to sour its stomach with good thoughts, or better yet, not to think at all. With this in mind, Minsk thinks he has gathered enough fluff from gazing at his navel for the moment, no? You come to speak of the last... Minsk is an open book, with men... You hear that, Boo? Your keen skills of observation have not gone unnoticed. Our friend wishes to consult your wisdom. So small is Boo that he is often mistaken for a pinecone, and many secrets are spoken in his hearing. He will tell what he knows, but Minsk, of course, will translate. Ah, the great blade of frontiers. A fine name. Minsk has no idea what it means, but it suits young Will's air of mystery well. It is good to know the city did not go unprotected while I wore pigeon droppings on the wide. Jaheira did her part, of course, but she prefers to scowl from the shadows. The city needs a name, a face, preferably a furry companion, too. Mizora. This is some manner of exotic bird? Mizora. Perhaps she and Boo will be friends. Indeed, a berserker after my own heart. Though hers is made of hellish heat and metal and some manner of coin-operated device. I do not think so. Minsk has always been Minsk, except for the times he was Stone, or Stone Lord. Just as Karlak has always been Karlak. Even if all her parts were traded for tin and scrap, Minsk thinks this would still be so. And soon, Karlak will still be Karlak. But Karlak will also be cured. Ha! She knows. A warrior always knows. After all, do you not see the wicked gleam of wisdom in Minsk and Boo's own eyes? A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty... Boo is ready with the musings. I do not wish to speak of the wizard. I could not have said it better myself. Even Boo finds him irritating. And Boo is the most patient soul in the realms. He came to me one night with a little book of mischief, full of words and their meanings. Posterior, he says. Can you say posterior? Pwah, I refused. Minsk does not need to know the language of wizards. It is an inferior word. Far too long to use in a battle cry, which is where a butt belongs. Gale would do better to educate himself in the ways of sword and steel than to throw these pointy words at Minsk. Ah, yes. Gale also owns a cat. A cat with wings. That is most unnerving for poor Boo. Wizards are either annoying, boring, or evil. The worst ones are all three things at the same time. Who is Halsin? Somehow, such a person as you describe has entirely escaped Minsk's notice. How strange. If such a tiny, puny druid man reminds you of Minsk, I think the tadpole may have made a feast of your brain. He is so small that Minsk barely notices his existence. No, Boo! The druid did not beat Minsk at the arm wrestling. It was not a fair match, and he turned into an owlbear midway through, and there was grease on the tree stump. Jaheira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult. And if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and—
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsk and Boo greet cheek with hand. It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened. My own foolishness does not absolve Minsk of his. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Waclaren?
The Wicklaren, wise women of Rashomon, each bonded to a berserker bodyguard for life. There is no higher title nor deeper bond in all of Rashomon custom.
Wicklaren? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside a Waclaren again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?